It is time for Christmas and a safari at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Hi everyone, it's Herb from World of Walt, and welcome to yet another live broadcast from the Walt Disney World Resort in Orlando, Florida. And it is time to have a wild experience here at Disney's Animal Kingdom. 75 degrees on the way up to 83, a beautiful Saturday morning. Christmas decorations are out, as is the Merry Menagerie, so we will take a few moments to say hello to a few of the creatures who are looking at or wandering around Discovery Island. Heather and Mark, good morning to you. Nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Heather says it is chilly in Virginia. Tanya, happy Saturday to you. You can see some birds a-flying. Brian, good morning to you. Deborah, 50 days to go? There should be a fun countdown calendar. There should be. And in fact, there is. If you want to count down the number of days until your next Disney World vacation, check out magicalcountdown.com. Your very own paper-based countdown calendar. Counting down the days up to 365. Wishing you a Merry Christmas. Christine, good morning. John from Northwest Arkansas, hello to you. Donna says, let Saturday begin. The creatures are out. They're having fun too. Sandy, hello to you in sunny Illinois. Alan, Luis, hello to you. It was Dusty on YouTube. How's it going? Thanks for being here. This is a very fun Christmas time experience here. Kathy says, loves the animals. Tracy says, morning from snowy Minnesota, I think it was. Jeff K. Oh, Jeff. John and Kevin, I think, on YouTube. Hello to you. John says, loves the puppets and the puppetry. They do a great job. Susan, good morning. Tanya says, love seeing the animals. Given the number of phones out, I think lots of people agree. Ted, hello. Heather from Wisconsin. Happy Saturday to you. And to everyone, a Merry Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah. Debbie, 28 days to go. Sounds like that's going to be a slight January New Year trip. Should be a lot of fun. So today I have a Lightning Lane reservation for Kilimanjaro Safaris. I checked the standby wait time right before I started up the broadcast, and it was a good long 45 minutes, which is not so unusual. I did try to get a Lightning Lane reservation for Zootopia Better Zoogether, the new show in the Tree of Life, but no such luck. It was a 20-minute wait time when I checked the My Disney Experience app, again, before starting the broadcast. But after the safari, if we got some time, I will head back towards the front of the park and see if we might be able to squeeze that in. I'm thinking, given wait times and broadcast times, it's not going to happen, but who knows. Paul from Rhode Island, hello to you. Barbara, good morning from frigid New Jersey. Happy to bring you some sunshine and weather from Florida. It is 75 degrees on the way up to 82 or 83. It is going to be a beautiful day here. Hello, Carol. Lori from Chile, New Jersey. 69 days to go. Disney Dream Cruise. That sounds wonderful. I hope you have an amazing time. Karen's got 1 week to go before her visit. Happy to give you a little preview of the fun that awaits. Birds on YouTube. And Michelle, hello to you. Jamie from southwestern Massachusetts, cold, 40 degrees. That does sound cold. Especially especially from a Floridian here with thinned out blood. Kathy, hello to you, says glad to watch on vicariously from snowy Wisconsin. Thanks for being here. Thanks to all of you on both Facebook and YouTube for being here. It's been fun these past few months using software that allows us to speak to folks in both camps, so thanks to all of you. Thomas, good morning to Florida from cold New Hampshire. Happy to bring you some sunshine and an African safari. Patricia, freezing New Jersey. I get the impression that the Northeast is a little cold today. Keith is asking one of the key questions of life, which is it time for a shameless plug? And Keith, it is. It always is. And you win the award of my undying appreciation for prompting it. If you or anyone you know would like a little bit of Disney fun delivered to your home every single month, check out pinofthemonthclub.com. Also makes a great Christmas gift that keeps on giving for as long as you want.
And he remembers that.
John, thanks for putting that link there to the Pin of the Month Club. Appreciate that. Kelly says, was just here in early November and miss it already. I understand that feeling. Susan says, a nice day. It is a gorgeous day here. Very beautiful. Marcia's going to be here on January 1st. That's great. I hope you have a wonderful visit. An excellent way to start the new year. Karen, cold and gray Michigan. It is neither cold nor gray here today. I'm very thankful for that. It's like the drummers are getting ready to drum. We'll take a minute to see.
You gotta move up here. Come on, move up here. Awesome. Move up. We put our hands together. Come on. Hey, we wanna do it together, okay? We wanna do this together. Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Everybody, I see you.
That little guy's ready.
When I say jumbo jumbo, you say yeah, jumbo jumbo. Jumbo jumbo.
very fun. I do think that would be a good dance/exercise event. But we have a safari that we need to take in. Always good to stop for a moment and enjoy the live entertainment, one of the best parts of Disney. Tanya said, Bella the puppy is watching and wagging. It's good to hear that even puppies have a beat. Alright, it looks like this may be the line for Kilimanjaro Safari, which is extensive. Ursula, good morning to you from St. Louis. Tanya says, thanks, was fun to watch. Wow, the wait time has jumped up to 80, I think that's an 80-minute mark. Looks like 80, 60, 80. It's a lot. I guess it's 60, still a lot. All right, but we are going to lightning lane it. Hello. Thank you. And we're in. Something smells very good here. I don't know what it is, but someone is cooking up something. Keith said, no lines, we are VIP. You too can be a VIP if you pay for a lightning lane. Bonnie said, a little crowded. That's the feeling I had too, Bonnie. It did seem kind of crowded here today. For early December, I was a little surprised. Maybe because it's such a beautiful day, the locals are coming out before their blackout. I'm not even sure, maybe the blackout is here already for certain annual pass levels. Iona said, maybe it's the yak, and yeah, you could be. Shirley, good morning. Joey, good morning to you. Thomas says, nice to see his favorite park in the warm weather. Thomas, thanks for being here on YouTube.
Jumbo, welcome.
Jumbo. Always good to say Jumbo. Robert says, looking forward to the military annual pass starting on January 1st. Glad to hear about that. And thank you for your service in the military, all of you.
Believe. Please line up behind that person, allowing them to leave the room through the gate at the end of the van. As you approach the loading
Fans running here in the queue.
please note that it is divided into two distinct zones. The area is loading
Keith says, you say gumbo and see what they say. I think they would probably roll with it.
Zone 2 is
Probably just roll with it. It's fun.
as you move out.
Chris says we need a pin plug one.
Children may be seated.
You and the award for prompting the shameless plug, which is my undying appreciation. If you or anyone you know would like a little bit of Disney fun delivered to your home, how often? Every single day? No. Week? No. Year? No. Month? Every single month. Check out pinofthemonthclub.com. Elmer says, loves the safari, hope we get a good driver. Me too. Alan asks, any new t-shirts? Nothing in the hopper right now, but there is a pretty extensive collection of previous designs. You can find them all over at worldofwaltstore.com. Karen said, World of Walt is a rock star. Thank you for that. It's nice of you to say. Melissa asked if there's a safari shirt. There is a Animal Kingdom themed shirt you might want to check out. Tracy says, loves the Pin of the Month Club. Tracy, thank you for that. Appreciate your being a member. Kathy says, Expedition Everest, only 35 minutes. All the others are 60. Bird says, just switch to YouTube. Heather said she wonders if the cast members who drive these safari vehicles end up repeating the script in their dreams. It's possible. Say the same thing 15 times a day, week after week, after month. You might just have it down. Actually, I'm always impressed that the drivers have so much knowledge about the animals. They know what to look out for. They can do all that while talking and driving at the same time? That's crazy. Kathy on YouTube asks, is today a party night at the at the Magic Kingdom? Actually, I don't know. I wonder if there's anybody here who's got a view of the calendar who could take a peek to see. Alan says he has the Up t-shirt, very fun. Alexandra said the safari was always a favorite with her children. Thanks for the revisit. From Washington, happy to share it with you. Gumbo, everyone. He says, I bet the drivers Uber everywhere after driving so much. They could probably use a break from using the brake.
It is not necessary to form a single file line. If you are traveling with children, please have children and valuables uploaded to reach our smaller parking areas. If you are traveling with someone in a scooter or wheelchair,
Janine says it's Jollywood tonight. Okay, good to know.
this will help keep your wait time to a minimum. Once again, please keep your
Jack, good morning to you from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
and fill in all the available spaces. Thank you for touring Kilimanjaro. When it comes to safaris, we go wide.
Donna says safari is great because you have a different experience every time. I agree. Ooh, Alan is asking for favorite Christmas movie. I'll have to let us know. Mine might be White Christmas. Bing Crosby and Danny Kaye. It is a classic. There's the love story. There's the conflict. There's the razzle dazzle, the show. It's good stuff.
I think you join my friends on Route 5. 5, we're gonna go.
Motion sickness or other conditions
Won't be long.
could be aggravated by this adventure.
Kathy from snowy Iowa, hello to you. Linda likes White Christmas. I try to watch it each year.
Please remain seated with your hands, arms, feet and legs inside, and remember to watch your children.
Sandy, good morning to you. It is a beautiful day here.
Will be arriving shortly. Asante Sana. Enjoy
John, you're a big fan of Elf. Barbara likes White Christmas too.
Bienvenidos a Kilimanjaro Safaris. Para su seguridad, permanezcan sentados y
Oh, John
mantengan
says,
las
and a Muppet Christmas Carol. Carol Ann says, best songs in White Christmas.
dentro del vehículo. Y cuide a sus niños.
Donna says, a Charlie Brown is a must every year. That's a tradition that our family used to do.
Welcome to Kilimanjaro Safaris.
Peggy says, Holiday Inn was first and then White Christmas.
Towards the end, so it's a little easier for them to see when we're out there.
Arlene is an Elf fan. Oh, Alan, Miracle on 34th Street. Good one. All right, once we get moving, I'll be quiet so you and everyone else can hear what's going on.
Asante Sana awarded, which means thank you in Swahili. It's one day for Let's Go.
Here we go.
Jumbo, my name's Ariana and I'll be your safari tour guide today. Just two little safety reminders. Please keep all hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the vehicle at all times, and please remain fully seated at all times. If you notice above your head, there is an animal spotting guide. Those are some of the animals you guys might be seeing out here today. If we have any loose items, just make sure you guys hold on to them really tightly. If it happens to fall off this truck, please do not jump over after it. Just let me know and I'll let you know if you'll get it back. Those animals really like shiny things out here, and sometimes they don't like giving them back. We're going to begin our safari here in the Little Italy Forest. It's home to many of the more shyer animals, so keep your eyes sharper in the trees and in the bushes. On the right, we do have an okapi. They're just hiding behind that bush all the way back there. You'll also notice that they have some black and white stripes along their legs and their backside, and you might think they're related to zebras, but they're actually related to the giraffes. They have similar bone structures and prehensile tongues, which means they can grab things easily using their tongues. If you look to the left, you'll see a black rhino walking along there. They are solitary animals. They prefer their time alone. They can weigh up to 3,000 pounds and they can run up to 35 miles per hour. And just quickly on the right up on the hill here, you'll see some black and white birds in between the bushes back there. Those are saddle-bill storks, the ones hiding behind the bushes up on the hill on the right. They get their names from the yellow saddles that sits on top of their beaks. They can grow up to 5 feet tall and they have a 9-foot wide wingspan. Oh.
Doing its
You'll
thing.
see some bongos hiding up in the bushes up there, those reddish brown ones, and then those gray ones hiding in the bushes. Those are greater kudus. Now the greater kudus are very agile antelopes, and they're all females. The males are slightly bigger and they have horns on their head that can grow up to 6 feet long. The bongos are also known as the ghosts of the forest because they are rarely seen, and the horns on their head are tilted back to help them move through the forest quickly and quietly undetected. The both of them have white lines that run along their backs, which helps them camouflage better out in the forest, so it looks like rays of sunshine coming down on them. Now, as we're leaving the forest behind, we're going to make our way into the Safi River. It's home to many aquatic animals, so keep your eyes on the water. Over on the right, you're going to notice some big gray birds. Those are pink-backed pelicans. They get their names from the pink patches that appears on their backs during mating season. And they also have that 9-foot wide wingspan like those saddle-bill storks. Now for a little reference on how wide their wings can get, our canopy on top is 10 feet wide. On the left, you'll see a float of Nile hippopotamuses. Now they can weigh up to 5,500 pounds, which is as close to the weight of a car. And if you notice, their eyes, nose, and ears sit directly on top of their heads. It's to allow their bodies to stay submerged underwater to stay cool. When they're not in the water, their skin likes to secrete this red substance called blood sweat, which also acts like a natural sunscreen for them. On the left here, you'll notice Nile crocodiles. The little ones can also sit on your lap if you'd like. Reptiles in Africa. They can grow up to 16 feet long and they can weigh up to 500 pounds. They're also cold-blooded animals, so they like to bask themselves in the sun. It helps them raise the heat in their bodies. If you ever see them laying around with their mouth wide open, they're regulating their body temperature by releasing some of the heat back out. Coming up on the right-hand side here, you'll notice a big gray tree. This is a baobab tree. It's also nicknamed the upside-down tree because what many people think are roots on top are actually its branches. They're scattered around the savanna. They're like huge water reservoirs, and they do grow leaves on those branches, but only for a couple of months out of the year during the rainy season. Into the savanna. It's known for its dry grassy lands and many familiar faces, so maybe you guys will recognize a couple of them out here. see who we have out here. I do see some Hartman Mountain zebras up front here. Now those are Hartman Mountain zebras. They can gallop at a whopping 45 miles per hour. They also all have unique stripe patterns, just like a human fingerprint. So when their babies are born, they imprint on their mothers by memorizing those stripe patterns. Let's see who else is out here. I do see some more animals over on that side of the reserve. And I do see a giraffe. We do have Maasai giraffes out here. We'll come around the reserve and you guys will get a closer look at them. Coming up on the left side here, we're going to have some sable antelopes. It's the three of them sitting all the way in the back over there by the trees. They are the emblem of the Harambe's Wildlife Reserve, which is where we are. They get their names from their sable brown color fur. And they're very territorial antelopes, so they like to stay in one area. Whenever they feel threatened, they'll get down on their front two knees, bare their horns towards their attackers since they never back down from a fight. Now if you notice all those orangey rock structures all around here, those are termite mounds. They're made from mud and saliva. They harden in the sun, and sometimes animals like to use them as a scratching post. You're going to see two yellow animals off into the distance right over there by that tree. Those are elands. They are the largest of the antelope species. You can tell them apart from male and female based on their size and their horns. The males have shorter, thicker horns, while the females have longer, thinner horns with a tighter spiral towards their head. And the males have a large dewlap. It's the sack of skin that you'll see hanging off of their neck. Here are those elands. This one's the male right here, and the female's hiding behind that tree there. On the right, you're going to see some Ankoli cattle. It's those reddish-brown animals there. And then you'll see a couple of giraffes around in the back there. Now, we did just welcome 3 new baby cows. Their horns can grow up to 8 feet long from tip to tip. And you might think they're heavy, but they're actually very light. They have a honeycomb-like structure of blood vessels on the inside that helps them regulate their body temperatures. When Maasai giraffes are born, they're already 6 feet tall, and the first thing they experience when they enter the world is gravity. Their parents give birth standing up, so they have a 6-foot drop down. Now, I'm not seeing anyone else over here on this side. Oh, there may be one more giraffe. If you guys look closely at the patterns that are all over their body, they're kind of maple leaf shaped. This is how you can tell they are Maasai giraffes. All the other giraffes have solid shapes all over their body. Now it looks like we're coming up on some broken trees here, so we may be entering some elephant territory. There is an African elephant, 2 of them on the right. They are the largest land mammals in the world. Males can weigh up to 13,000 pounds and females up to 8,000 pounds. Let's see if we can find anyone over on this side here. anyone on this side. So let's see if we can find some more African elephants at the next watering hole up ahead. Seeing that there were them in are solitary. They like to have their time alone. Now, as you can imagine, living in the savannah, it can get really hot sometimes, and these animals try to find ways to stay cool. For the elephants, you'll notice they like to flap their ears a whole bunch. They have tiny blood vessels that sit behind those ears, and it helps regulate their body temperature. They'll also go for a swim, or they'll use their own trunks to throw mud and water on their backs. Now, these elephants can also eat up to 6% of their body weight, and one of the things they enjoy eating is red clay, which you'll notice all around here, and a lot of their leftovers on the right. The red clay contains a lot of minerals and nutrients that are really good for them and help keep them healthy. I don't know if you guys saw, but there is a baby elephant all the way at the bottom down there by the rocks. And then there's one right here. Female elephants have gestation periods that can last up to 22 months. You're gonna see this one over your left shoulder there. Now, these elephants also have trunks that have way more muscles than we do in our entire bodies. Those trunks have around 100,000 muscles, and they're also dexterous. They have finger-like extensions on the ends that help them pick things up, examine things, and to eat. Kind of like you're on a puzzle fence. And you're going to see them using those trunks right here to pick up all the dry grass off the floor to eat. And there's a giraffe on the left right here. Now, there are some more of these baobab trees here, and they also have another name. They go by the tree of life. Since they hold all those gallons of water, when the water is scarce in the savannah, the animals will come to and drink out of them, like that giraffe is doing right now. Coming up on the left here, we have a flamboyance of greater flamingos. They are the largest and palest of the flamingo species, and it looks like the majority of them are taking a nap. They get their pink color from a protein in their diet enriched with a lot of beta-carotene, so they like to eat a lot of crustaceans, especially shrimp. If you notice their feeding style, they like to dunk their entire head underwater. They'll grab as much food as they can, and when they come back up, the water will drain out since their beaks are made like strainers. Now, in this part of the savannah, there is a lot more vegetation, so a lot more trees and bushes, a lot more shady areas for the animals. In the middle there on the left, you'll notice a huge mud pit, and it looks like it was rolled around in recently. Some animals like to do that. It helps them stay cool, and it acts like a sunscreen, especially on hot days. Now, I'm not seeing any ferns on this side, so let's see who we can find up ahead. Now, there is a cheetah. They're laying in the middle of the hill right there. They are the fastest land animals in the world. They can run 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. And they have claws that don't fully retract. So they're like cleats on the ground when they're running. It helps with some of that speed of theirs. If you see on their faces, they have black markings around their eyes. Those help with the glare of the sun, since they mostly hunt during the day. And these cheetahs don't roar like many of the other bigger cats. They meow and purr like house cats. There's another one right there next to the rock. And then there's one up by the trees over on the right corner. We're now coming up on some copy rocks here, and it's where you might find some larger predators. the end over here, he's laying down, and this will be the only time you'll get a nice front-facing view of him while he's sleeping. And then if you look over your left shoulder, all the way up between the rocks back there, you'll see a female laying down sleeping. Now these lions like to sleep and rest for up to 20 hours a day. It helps them conserve their energy since they mostly hunt at night. They like to travel together in a pride, and in that pride it usually consists of one male and many females that follow. I do see some white rhinos, and we'll come around these other Kobe rocks and you guys will see them again. There's another female laying down over here. Now when it comes to hunting, it's the females that'll go out and hunt for their prey while the males stay back to protect the pride and their cubs. They're all just sleeping. Oh, she woke up. Oh yeah, sorry, that was us. These white rhinos are the more social ones of the rhino species. They can also weigh up to 6,000 pounds and run up to 35 miles per hour. There is also another great way to tell the white rhinos and black rhinos apart from each other, and it's based on the shape of their mouth. These white rhinos have flat, wide mouths that are good for grazing along the ground, while the black rhinos have V-shaped mouths with a prehensile upper lip so they can grab things off of trees and bushes. On the right on the ground, you'll notice some ostrich eggs. Now their shells are so strong that a fully grown adult can stand on it and it wouldn't break. And one egg can weigh up to 3 pounds, which is equivalent to 24 chicken eggs. Entering the Migati Glen, it's home to the Nigerian dwarf goats. These are miniature goats from West Africa, and if you look really closely, you'll see 2 of them sitting in the back of that Jeep there. A couple of activities they enjoy doing is eating, sleeping, and playing. And they eat a lot of the undergrowth and ivy that other animals will not eat. They all live here with the warden on her post, and she helps take care of them. Alrighty friends, sadly that does bring our safari to an end. I hope you guys saw some cool stuff, and I hope you learned something new. Unfortunately, some of the animals you guys saw here today are endangered, but there are ways you can help, even if it's as simple as reducing, reusing, and recycling. A little can always go a long way to help out these animals. If you're interested in some more animal encounters, there are a couple of walking trails around here. One of them is the Gorilla Falls Trail. It's a 20-minute walk around where you might see some gorillas, meerkats, and naked mole rats. They also have an underwater habitat where you might see some more of those Nile hippopotamuses. There's one in Asia, it's the Maharashtra, where you might see tigers, Komodo dragons, and giant bats. And then we have Rafiki's Planet Watch. It's a 5-minute little train ride around to the back where they have a petting zoo of farm animals. They also have an indoor conservation area where you can check out the veterinary's clinic and see how they take care of the animals here. Or if you just want to get out of the weather for a little bit, you can do some character drawings. Now, if I have any wilderness explorers riding today, you guys are on the symbol 1. That is your code word for your badges. So I'll just have a couple of questions to see what you guys saw here today. And here in Harambe, we don't like to say goodbye because it feels too sad, it feels too final. Instead, we like to say Kwa Hermini, which means go well in Swahili. So I hope you guys go well, go wild, enjoy the rest of your day here in Animal Kingdom, and just remember to stay hydrated. Watch your hands on straight legs, shoulders opening on the right, and watch your step down. Enjoy your day, guys.
All right, that was a fun safari. I agree with all of you. The safari guide did a very nice job. The guests on the safari were unusually quiet, which gave everyone a chance to hear what the guide was saying. JF on YouTube, hello to you, thank you. Donna said a great ride. Eileen said a great driver. I agree, that was a good one. A lot of the animals seemed far away, although we did have a couple close-up encounters with the rhinoceros and with the zebras. A little bit of a quick glimpse of a close-up on the giraffe, so that was a lot of fun. Mark said a great safari. Thank you for joining. Alice said, always something new to learn. This is true. All right, got about 15 minutes left of the broadcast, so we will wander a bit. Maybe make our way through Pandora to see what's going on over there. I think there's not enough time to get back to Zootopia Better Zoo Together. To wait for the next show and get in and out, but we will still take advantage of the time we have to wander a little bit, show you what is going on. Ronnie is asking about the temperature. Ronnie, it is 77 degrees on the way up to 82. Very low humidity, at least Florida style. It is a beautiful day. Great day to be here. Buster saying time for some Flame Tree Barbecue. One of the best quick service restaurants in all of the Walt Disney World Resort, although my list of the best would probably be 30 or so, but it's a great one. That and Satuli Canteen here in Disney's Animal Kingdom, both great. Actually, quite a few very good food choices in this park. Lori, hello to you from North Dakota. Mary Martin says, love Saturday broadcast. Thank you for that. Appreciate your being here. Yeah, check out this Christmas tree. This is a unique one. I don't know that I've really seen this before. Looks like it's made with bike tires and Christmas lights and some fun ornaments. That's cool. Bruce says, second favorite park behind Epcot. Bruce, thanks for being here on YouTube. Peggy says, drinking some Joffrey's Mickey Breakfast Blend coffee. Good thing to do during a live broadcast. It looks like the line for Kilimanjaro Safaris is even longer now. I can't quite make out the wait time, but before the line was shorter and it was 60 minutes. Maybe someone can peek on the My Disney Experience app to see what the wait time looks like, but holy cow, this is a line. Karen says Animal Kingdom is now a favorite park. Peggy, I agree with you. Janice says saw Zootopia on Wednesday. Excellent. Glad that you enjoyed it.
My friends, if you're running safaris, this is the regular line right here, friends.
Gary says it is time for a shameless plug in the Pin of the Month Club. Gary, thank you. And you win today's amazing prize, which is my appreciation. If you're looking for a great Christmas gift or just a little something to do nice for yourself, and you'd like a little bit of Disney fun delivered to your home every single month, check out pinofthemonthclub.com. I kind of mixed that up. Alan says, My Disney Experience still says 60 minutes. I don't know, that seems a little understated, or maybe it was overstated before. Heather says likes the Tree Life show they do at nights in the winter. That is fun. It's one of those where it's not like the show is at 9 o'clock and it goes for 20 minutes. It's just something you sort of stumble across. It's a nice little moment. Tina also said 60 minutes is the standby wait time for Kilimanjaro safaris. Not sure what to think about that. Ellen said Zootopia the day it opened and it was adorable. Glad that you enjoyed it. I've heard really good things, and it seems like Disney is raking in a big old pile of money from that movie, which is good. I wish them great financial success so that they can continue to bring us good things. Karen says she wished she were in the warmth. I'll send you a little bit of Florida sun. Take one of my favorite land-to-land transitions here, leaving the Africa section, going to the Pandora section on this boardwalk that goes right by the waterway, which is a lot of fun. Iona says she loves the Pin of the Month Club and is waiting for her next shipment. Iona, thank you. Appreciate your being a part of it. Robert says Disney needs a Skyliner to Animal Kingdom. We can hope. We can hope. It is the one park that seems most disconnected from the rest of the Disney transportation network, and it is far away from the other parks. Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Animal Kingdom, between boats, monorails, and Skyliners, you can get from one to the other. Buses, of course. But if you want to come here, and you're on site, it's a bus ride. Which the bus rides are not bad. But I agree with you. It would be nice to see an extension to that system. And I would not be surprised if that is in a filing drawer somewhere, waiting for the right time and budget. I think a Skyliner extension to Animal Kingdom would be a great addition to the transportation network and to Disney Springs as well. I think the tricky part with Disney Springs, though, is people might park there to skirt around the parking fee at the parks. And I don't think Disney wants that. Although technically that's even possible today if you're willing to spend a lot of time to save that $30. You could park at Disney Springs, take a resort bus, and then from the resort go to one of the parks. But honestly, at that point, it's just not worth it. Just pay the $30. Consider it a Disney fun tax. Donna says, love the walkway. Robert said the views would be great. I agree with you. Keith says, every dollar counts. This is true. This is true. Janice said, now $35 to park. That adds up, doesn't it? Although if you are an annual pass holder or if you are staying at a Disney Resort Hotel, you don't have to pay that. But for day guests, those staying off-site, it definitely adds into the equation. Michael said Disney fun tax. I think it was Michael. Brand new word in the lexicon, Disney fun tax. Alan, 35 degrees in Buffalo. Mary Martin said, not too crowded here. You're right, especially compared back to the throngs of people. That's a word we need to use more, throngs. Throngs of people in Africa waiting to get on the Kilimanjaro safaris. This feels desolate in a wonderfully good way. Melissa said, missed the trail walk last visit to Animal Kingdom a couple weeks ago. Hope you had a great time. Robert asked, is Disney going cashless? Interesting question. I have not heard that. If anyone has seen or heard of information that suggests that, I'd be very interested. I've got to think that these days, a large majority of the transactions that occur here are cashless already. Jane on YouTube says, thanks for the safari. A good day is at the Animal Kingdom. Thanks for being here. Marcia, 44 in Salt Lake. That does sound chilly. That definitely deserves the blue freezing emoji face. Kevin, hello to you. Ronnie says, getting my steps in. This is true. Let's see what my watch says. I gotta scroll. All right, I did get some steps in before I showed you up here, but not too many. And I'm up to 3,600. I'm trying to get in 10,000. Not always successful every day. Sometimes it's just like, yeah, it's not happening. But I do try. Usually, not always. Tracy says, thinking about going to Galaxy's Edge on May the 4th. That would be fun. You know, people can correct me if I'm wrong, if my memory serves me well, and it often doesn't. I think that used to be a bigger deal before Disney had more dedicated spaces and infrastructure for Star Wars. So these days, I'm not sure if there's much special that happens on May the 4th, but it would still be fun to be there. Iona says, where's Divine? I actually saw Divine on the way in today. I almost stopped and waited, but my experience has been that if I get there at 9:55 and she is out by 9:59, she is leaving, and when I'm starting the broadcast at 10, it's all over. I think just the timing of her performances doesn't work out well with the start time of this broadcast. So, Avatar Flight of Passage, 65 minutes. Eileen said they used to have a Star Wars parade. I remember that. Nothing quite like seeing a whole set of stormtroopers. What do you call that? A battalion, maybe? A flock, a pride of stormtroopers. We just had a safari. There are lots of words you can use to describe groups. We'll call it a battalion of stormtroopers. It was a lot of fun, very impressive. Robert says, thanks for the tour today. Robert, it is my pleasure. Thanks to you and everyone else for being here. It is always fun to chat back and forth, hear your questions and your thoughts, share a little bit of Disney fun. Ellen says, loves the uniqueness of Pandora. Me too. I remember the very first time I had an opportunity to come here to Pandora, and it truly made me feel like I was going to a different time and different place. Like as you walked in, it just felt like a different world. It was amazing. It still is amazing. Rudy says, great stroll. Enjoyed it. Thank you, Rudy. Appreciate your being here. You can see some of the original Na'vi handiwork here. All right, let's make our way to the front of the park. I think we'll be ready to wrap up shortly. Jeff says Saturday with Herb's a great way to start the weekend. Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate your being here. Sue says it is very well done. Susan is a fan. Susan, thank you for being here and enjoying Animal Kingdom. Robert says, let Saturday begin. We should do that. Carol, thank you as well. Keith says it's the Holidays with Herb edition. Always fun to take a little stroll, especially at Christmas time when all the decorations are out. Even here at Animal Kingdom. Beautiful during the day, equally beautiful and different at night. Michelle says, park closing early now. You don't get to see the bioluminescence as much. Yes, I agree with you. Seeing Pandora at night is really one of those great experiences, and I'm glad that Disney does occasionally refresh the treatment on the sidewalks so they glow as they were meant to. It's one of those great special touches. Sheila says cold in Rockwall, Texas, excuse me. Buster says thanks for another great Saturday morning start. It's my pleasure. Appreciate your being here. Lori says cannot wait for the next Avatar movie. I've seen some previews or clips or something. And yeah, it seems like it will be an interesting one. We did water last time, now it's time to do some fire. Linda, see you real soon. I hope you have a great day as well. Make our way up here to the Tree of Life. As we wrap up, it'll be a nice way to frame our exit. Bonnie says, thanks for another Disney fix. Bonnie, you are welcome. Thanks for being here to share it with me. Alan says, but you can't be there. Herb takes us there. I am happy to do it. I'm very thankful to live so close and to be able to have an annual pass and to share some Disney fun. Paula, thank you. Susan, thank you. Melissa, thanks. Island Mercantile looking good. All the Christmas lights on and up. Judy says, thanks for a great Saturday stroll. John says, a great walkabout. Thank you so much. I appreciate your being here. Thank you so much for your kind comments. It is always fun to chat. And thank you for those likes and shares as well. It's a great way to get the word out. Kathy, I hope that you and everyone else enjoys the rest of the day. All right, everyone, thank you so much for being here. I hope that you all have a wonderful weekend. Wishing you a Merry Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah, and soon, hard to believe, a Happy New Year. So until next time, God bless.